The critically acclaimed play Constellations, now playing at Jobsite Theater at the Straz Center, melds science and romance to break our notion of theater and what it means to be alive and in love. Here to explain this further are two of the stars, I think we should say the only two stars, Georgia Mallory Guy and Giles Davis. Welcome to the both of you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Good morning.
So we're excited you're here because I just kind of read a blurb and said that this is really unique for theater, but you explain it much better than I do, and it even took me a second. So kind of take it away, set the stage and why this is a unique play.
It's a beautifully poignant and funny kaleidoscope of possibilities in a relationship between two people, so that you'll see perhaps the first time that they meet, but you'll see 5 or 6 different variations of that same meeting. Perhaps the first one, the fella is married, the second one, she's married, the third one, there's something in an intonation that turns one of the two of them off, and then finally you see one that succeeds, so then the next time you see the first date, and you'll see 5 or 6 variations of that particular meeting. And it goes through their entire relationship.
So you literally are seeing the same scene in essence, but in a different outcome? Am I getting this right?
For the most part, there are lines that get repeated, but they're not always the same. So there's slight variations from scene to scene, and the audience will hook into maybe a line we said before, and then how it will then, you know, sort of jettison to the next moment.
It really underlines how precarious a relationship is and how easily it can get off track. To underline for the viewer just how precious and unique your significant other in that relationship is, that present moment.
Right.
How unique, I like that, and how so many things had to be right to make that happen.
Exactly.
Am I getting this?
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, I can only imagine as an actor you perform the same plays, you know, day in and day out, you have deja vu. This is like a whole other level of deja vu as an actor, right?
Oh yeah, very challenging because of that.
Especially when you're restarting a scene where you say the same first line, perhaps 3 scenes in a row. There's a moment that you can go, oh,
didn't I just say that?
Did we just say that? But it's great when you have someone, you know, Giles and I have joked about being each other's like doubles tennis partner match, that we're on stage together, not necessarily playing, you know, to each other, batting the ball, but actually batting the ball together. We are on the same side of the net playing and just sort of catching each other in that way. And it is pretty neat because, you know, every night we talk about, as actors, you don't necessarily want to recreate, you always want to create. And this play, I think more than any other play I've ever done, allows you from night to night to really work sort of moment to moment with your stage partner and create new again every single time. It's a lot of fun finding the variations of who these people are. It's really mystical and magical in that way.
And where the play is taking place, the venue, that even kind of helps allude to the closeness and the feel of the show to tell the story, right?
It's a very intimate space.
Yeah.
It seats about 100 people, so it's a black box theater that's very malleable because the play keeps repeating itself and has numerous locations. It requires a very simple set, so the blackness, the void around us kind of emphasizes the universality of it. And there's beautiful lights of a celestial nature. I don't want to give too much away.
I can tell he's trying to think of the right word right now.
Well, the lighting almost becomes another character. It's like a third partner we're working with many times.
I definitely can tell this is one that you come away thinking.
Oh,
you come away feeling. So if you're interested in more information and want to maybe think for yourself, see how science fiction and romance can mold together, well, there's the information on your screen. To the both of you, thank you. It was really nice meeting you today.
A pleasure. Thank you.